Yes, exactly. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and Happy New Year. Good to see everybody. We have, there's a little bit different. We have a lot of people presenting today, and that's because, we've got a lot of positive momentum going into this year. And so this was really an opportunity for a lot of our departments to be able to bombard you with a lot of good information, up and coming exciting events happening this year. So with that being said, please save all your questions for the very end of the presentation when we get through all the presenters, and then ask all your questions so that we can migrate through everybody in a timely manner. So with that being said, without further ado, I'll call up Pastor Elliott to kick us off in prayer and then give the pastoral care update.
Good afternoon, everyone. You all know there's a reason why I'm first, right? Because if I was last, you'd never go home. All right. Well, let us bow our heads in prayer. Dearest Lord, Heavenly Father, we give you thanks. Not only for the beauty of this day, although it does seem gray, but we know that you are using that to water your earth. But it is also something that you use to sustain us. Just as you have planted and sustained this place we call the Haven. Lord, as we hear the presenters this day and all that is being offered here at the Haven to support and defend our lives, we ask that you would help us to be thankful, that you would guide us and you would keep us, that you would continually help us to raise our voices in praise and thanksgiving for all that you have done. Be with us now in this next hour or so and guide us as we go. And help us to continually sing your praise. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. All righty. Well, again, it is wonderful to be with you today. We were told that we were supposed to give you all of our services today. So a lot of it you've already seen from me many, many, many times, but I'm going to do it again. Obviously, you all are aware of all the services at St. Luke's, right? Sunday, 8:39 and 11, the ALF service that continues to happen here at the assisted living facility at 9:30. We encourage you, if you're just not feeling well that day or whatever, you don't feel like walking over to the church, come on over and visit us there. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have new faces there. Also, there's Monday night service at 7 p.m. and the afternoon divine on the fourth Thursday, generally speaking, unless it's we see November or December, then it's the third Thursday, but it's the fourth Thursday of the month at 1:30 p.m. Is one of those services where there's no standing. You get to sit for the entire service, and we bring communion to you in your chair. If you like that kind of thing, then I certainly encourage you to come to the ALF because that's what we do there. There is no standing, and we bring communion to you. There's also an opportunity for the school chapel service. That is a worship service, and we encourage you to come on over. If you need a kickstart one morning, there's nothing like worshiping with a bunch of children to give you that little kickstart of energy in the morning. So we encourage you to come on over and worship with the kids. It's a wonderful thing, especially when there's 700 of them in the sanctuary. All right. Bible study continues. We have ALF Monday morning Bible study at 10 a.m. We also have the Wednesday morning Bible studies over at the church for both the men and the women at 10:45. There is the community night Wednesday night evening Bible study that is started up again, and we have Vicar Rob Choate leading that one. And that'll break here for Ash Wednesday that is coming up. And we'll get to that in just a moment. So, events, of course, we have the ongoing event of Koinonia, Crafters in Christ, the second and fourth Fridays. Ash Wednesday is on Valentine's Day, so I encourage you all to go out on date night with a cross. What do you think? Wouldn't that be cute? Raise some eyebrows, get to tell people about Jesus. How much better could it be? All right. So we have the normal services at 8:40 and 7 o'clock at night, 8:40 in the morning and 7 o'clock at night over at the church. There will be a 2 o'clock service here at the ALF on Ash Wednesday. So if one of those three works for you, we encourage you to come and worship. We also have planned a Haven Community Men and women's retreat. This is the first ever, as far as I know, right? It's going to be led by Deaconess McLean and myself. We're going to separate you guys, the guys and the gals, and we're going to talk about, here we are, anchored at the Lutheran Haven. Now what? So we're going to take a look at our community, where it exists right now, how the Lord keeps us and sustains us, give us a kind of chance to take a breath and go, and then discuss about how we might, actually make things just a little bit better for everybody by wrapping our arms around each other in ministry and in fellowship and going forward. It should be an interesting time. And the reason we're separating the men and the women is because y'all think differently. I know that comes as a surprise, but y'all think differently. So we're going to separate you. The men will probably be done by 10:30. I'm kidding. And we'll have to come pry the women out to go to lunch. That's probably what'll happen, right? You guys didn't like that joke. Okay, well, so the idea is we're going to follow it up with a barbecue lunch over at the landings in the courtyard. And Terrence and I are working out something here. The idea is that we want to keep lunch simple. We want to keep it straightforward and inexpensive. I don't have a budget here at the Haven, so yeah, I'm going to have to ask you to pay for lunch. But we're going to nail that down here in another week. You'll see the announcement come out. There will be a sign-up sheet, so you guys can put your name on it. I think $10 or so, and we'll figure it out. And we'll get some lunch together, and then we can sit and we can talk about what were the answers that came out of the men's group and the women's group, and see where we connect. And where we connect is probably where we need to be. So we're looking forward to that happening. So I don't have anything else to speak about at the moment. Who am I going to? Who's it? Lori? Yep, Lori's next. Okay, well, now we get to talk to the fun person. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. Just a reminder, this Friday, Dave and Daphne's show here in Fellowship Hall. Just want to let you know we are at full capacity. I am not going to turn anyone down, but I cannot guarantee a seat. So if you have not signed up by the deadline past Friday and you still want to come, you're more than welcome to come, but I cannot guarantee a seat. Okay? It will be fun. They'll start here at 6 o'clock. Just as a reminder, Dave and Daphne are the two people that we saw in Nashville through Diamond Tours on our trip when we went there. Okay, so a calendar of events for 2024, and this is not everything that I have on my calendar for the year. This is just some of the things that I have. Everything is not set in stone. Just throwing some things out there, and if anyone has any ideas they'd like to share, I'd be more than happy to hear them. So coming in February, Super Bowl party. Sad to say my Eagles will not be there. Bummer. But anyway, Shrove Pancake Breakfast the day before Ash Wednesday. We're going to have a chili cook-off, St. Patrick's Day shenanigans, some kind of games we're going to have. Sometime we'll have a pool dedication, not sure the specific date. We'll take a trip up to De Leon Springs at the Sugar Mill. We're going to have a Corn Fest for Father's Day, maybe a Tampa Bay's Rays baseball game. Possible Biltmore, Charleston, South Carolina trip. We will have an Oktoberfest. Mother's Day tea and fashion show. We've had one in the past and it went over really well. So I'll be recruiting some runway models. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to have some outlet mall shopping trips. Christmas in July Arts and Crafts Fair. Bach Tower trip. Overnight Tampa Hard Rock Casino trip. And an overnight trip to St. Augustine. And then throughout the year, there's national days of celebration. So every once in a while, you'll see on the calendar, like Oreo Cookie Day. We'll have some different types of Oreo cookies here. National Ice Cream Soda Day. Freeze Pop Day, water balloon. When the pool opens, we'll open that one up. And National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. Smoky Mountains trip, still ongoing. We do have 32 people right now signed up, so it looks like we are good to go. We have room available if anyone's interested. 32 residents, and our final payment is due February 16th. Any questions for me? Okay. Stephanie, you're up. Stephanie's not here.
Thanks. I've been told. Well, yeah, thanks. Let them keep on coming. A million comedians out there, aren't there? All right, a few new people in the last month that we want to introduce. The first is Reverend Clarence and Jerry Rogers. They come to us from Chatham, Illinois, and I don't see them. Are they here? Yes, there you are. Please stand up. There you go. There's Jerry. Welcome. They reside over at the Landings Building. Glad to have them here. And our second resident that we closed on in December is a dear friend of mine, Mary Jo Mulder, straight from Merritt Island. So glad to have you here as well. I think that's pretty much all that marketing had. I know Stephanie's out doing a tour right now. She's already lined up a few more closings. We got another one next week. So next month we'll have a whole slew of new people to introduce for you. So, did you just wave? There she is. You did a great job presenting, Stephanie. Welcome. So, with that being said, then next up is our wonderful health and wellness coordinator, and that's Vince Farina, and he's got a lot of good stuff to tell you today. So, Vince, where are you at? Making his grand entrance. There we go.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming. Some up-and-coming things going on here in the health and wellness department for 2024. First thing, we have the Shamrock and Run. That's going to be coming up March 9th. We're voting on the names for what we want our team to be called. We're going to do that on Monday after exercise class. So if you would like to be a part of what our team name is going to be, come to exercise class on Monday. And also your shirt size, because we are going to get shirts. So see Lori for your shirt size, okay? As far as what's going to be going on here, first thing, we're going to be starting up a walking group. That's going to be every Wednesday at 11:45. There's many good benefits to walking. Cardiovascular health, enhances joint mobility, balance, and just a good positive impact on your overall mental well-being. So that's going to be starting up every Wednesday at 11:45. We can meet right outside Fellowship Hall. Yes?
Women's and the men's Bible classes end at 11:45.
Okay.
You might want to consider making it noon.
We can consider making it noon. Absolutely, yeah. We'll get together and we'll narrow down a time. But yeah, we can definitely take that into consideration. Thank you for letting me know. Also, smoothie bar. We're going to start a little trial run here on a smoothie bar after workouts. We're going to probably start with like maybe once a month. We're going to try a smoothie bar. We're going to have different recipes, different flavors for smoothie bars. These are going to be healthy smoothies. There is not going to be like chocolate chips and ice cream or anything like that in these smoothies. So you're going to get some health benefits from these smoothies. Smoothies after workout are, good. They provide essential nutrients for muscle recovery and growth, supports overall health, and encourages a positive approach to your health and fitness journey. So it also helps your body recover much quicker as well. So try the smoothies out. If you like the smoothie, we're going to give you a little ticket, like a little ticket with the recipe printed out on it. You can take that home and you can try making it out for yourself. If you don't like it, that's okay. No hard feelings. You can tell me. Next thing, cycling club, kind of like the walking club, similar benefits. with the exception that cycling offers low impact. It's a low impact activity on your joints, so very good type of cardio exercise for people with arthritis. Okay, so this is going to be good. We don't have a time for this narrowed down yet, but once we do here in the near future, we're going to get that going here. And if you have a bike, come on out. We're gonna start riding bikes around campus and staying fit. So there's many different ways that we're staying fit here in the community. A lot of different options. If you're not plugged into one of those yet, I encourage you to try to get plugged in. It doesn't matter your level of fitness. We have something that is gonna tailor your level of fitness. I promise you that. Coming up, whenever the exercise guides. Okay, so in the gym over here, if you are one who likes to exercise on your own, I'm going to start posting an exercise chart in the gym, and basically that's going to have sample exercise routines that you can go through on your own. I'm working on finding out how I'm going to do that. I'm looking for something that's going to have pictures with a description, and it kind of walks you through exactly how to do that particular type of exercise with the equipment that we have to offer. So look for that to come in the near future as well. So pending the pool's completion date, we are going to have aquatic exercise classes. These are going to be really good. Another form of low impact exercise, so similar to the cycling. This is gonna be a low impact yet effective workout. It's gonna promote joint flexibility, muscle strength, cardiovascular health, and balance. The buoyancy of the water is gonna reduce the impact on the joints, which makes it ideal for those with arthritis or mobility issues, or anybody. This is a good type of workout. I used to do pool workouts when I played college baseball, and you can leave that pool sweating if you really want to. And good deal. Moving on, coming up long term. I'm working on this right now. This is going to be really good. This is something I'm very passionate about. I'm sure a lot of you have heard me talk about core stability in the exercise classes. Probably every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, we do some type of core work. I've had core issues in the past from car accidents, so lumbar, herniated disc, bulging disc, things like that. These core stability and stretching exercises are the main thing that has really helped my back stay healthy and feel better, decrease pain. So I'm putting together something like that for you guys now. So hopefully this can provide the same benefits for you as it did for me. This is going to be using yoga mats, and you will be required to get down on the floor. So these exercises are going to be done on the floor using yoga mats. We're going to be doing like a lot of isometric holds, stretching, flexibility exercises from the floor. So if you want to really target your core, I know we do it a lot in the exercise classes, but if you really just want a class just targeting the core by itself, come on out, try this class out. I'll let you know when it's going to start, but that is going to be down the road a few months. Sign up will be required, and this class is going to go for probably about 30 minutes, okay? Maybe give or take, maybe a little less, a little bit more. So that's going to be really good. All right, so Haven Sports League. This is something down the road as well. We have all these good activities out here. We're going to start using them, and we're going to have a little friendly competition doing so. If you don't know how to play, that's okay. I don't either. We're going to teach ourselves, and we're going to practice. It's probably going to be like around an 8-week period. And it's going to be followed by an off season, and then we're going to start up a different sport, a different activity. We're going to learn that one. We're going to practice it. Then we're going to have a little competition with each other, make it fun. There might be like a little prize at the end, just to kind of keep the competition there. And then once that ends after 8 weeks, take a little off season, then we're going to pick a new one. So it'll be fun. If you have any ideas of different sports or activities that you would like to see or interested in playing, come up and share your ideas with me, and that's definitely something that we can consider. I've had some residents coming up to me, and they are interested in receiving like at-home exercises or exercises that they can do while they are on vacation or in their, if you're at your summer house or wherever it may be. So if you are one of those people, if you want to at-home exercise, come to me. I'll talk to you, and I'll tailor an exercise program for you that you can do at your house or anywhere on the go while you're on vacation, wherever it may be. That way we never have an excuse not to stay healthy. And I believe that is it. And here comes Christy. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Christy. I'm your community liaison, and I'm part of the health concierge team along with Julie and Deanna.
We're just coming to support her and welcome her
Thank
to
you.
our team. She came in September, so we're welcoming her to our team. So we just want to be supportive.
Thank you.
Here if you need. So we're right here.
They know I don't like to talk in public speaking, so sorry. Anyways, part of the services that we offer, which is a great resource to you all, is our aging in place assessments and care plans. So Deanna or myself will make an appointment with you and sit down with you and go over a whole bunch of stuff with you, asking a bunch of questions and coming up with a plan. And it's great to have a plan for emergency hospitalizations, also for if you just need more assistance as you age. Also, we do pre-surgery planning, we've done a few of them in the last couple months, and they work out great. Your physicians get a copy of them, and when I come to the hospital to see you, we go over them, and it's nice to have everything in place for when you come home. Also, if you have a spouse that you are the caregiver for and you have an emergency and you might be in the hospital, then it's good to have a plan in place already so that your spouse is being cared for at home or perhaps somewhere else. But it's good to have that care or that plan in place. So you can call us and make an appointment to set up the plan. And then as a community liaison, a lot of people are like, well, what is that? What do you do? So one of the things that I do is I come to the hospital if you're, whether it's an emergency or if it was a pre-planned hospitalization, I'll be coming in to visit with you and check on you, communicate with your case manager team, and just help with anything that you might need when you come back to campus, and also while you're in the hospital. I can help communicate with that team, the care team there. I do frequent visits while you're in the hospital. I try to get there daily. Sometimes we're really slammed and I can't always get there daily, but I do my best. And then I also follow you if you need to go to a rehab facility. So if you need to go to short-term rehab, I'll be there weekly to check on you and see how you're progressing and see how things are going. And that's about all I have to say. I was going to introduce Gail Whitlock to come on up and talk about the Neighbor to Neighbor program.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I have to tell you that Christy was invaluable during Lenny's 5 weeks away from us. She was there. She would see things that I might not see or the staff didn't. It was great. But as this increases, we need more and more of you to look around and be a little more neighbor to neighbor. In your mailbox today, if you have not gotten it yet, you're going to find one of these forms. And Chrissy's helped me by putting this together. We've worked as a team, and it's much easier than the thing we did before. Because like someone said, some of us forgot what we signed up for. Some of us are new, things like that. So if you would do this, just put one check mark by each area, and then we'll get back to you very soon on this, because we have so much need right now, and they are the ones that very often are contacted or who can tell us who has that need. Thank you very much. I guess it's Mary Ann.
Thank you, Gail. Gosh, I want that kind of support, Julie. That's like having a cheerleader. I love it. Well, I'm Mary Ann, and I work for the Lutheran Haven Foundation. My presentation is very simple and very quick. The purpose of the Lutheran Haven Foundation is to conduct various fundraising initiatives according to both the short and long-range goals of our administration and board of trustees. That pretty much sums up what I do. But essentially, we have 2 fundraising appeals a year, one being our Christmas Seal campaign. In fact, we just had our 77th Christmas Seal campaign. Some of that actually, well, obviously, a lot of it started before a lot of us were born. The second one is our Mother's Day campaign, and that'll be coming up in the spring. And essentially, these campaigns that we have done traditionally have raised money for our benevolent care ministry, but they've also raised money for special projects like our pool. So we will be looking at other ways that we can use those sorts of fundraising activities. I have the privilege of working with the FRAC committee. That's the Foundation Resident Advisory Committee, the auxiliary for their biannual flea markets, as well as individual fundraising efforts and special events. So whatever I do, believe me, I can't do it without you. So you are key to everything that we do at the foundation. Now, I have the privilege of introducing David Vorpagel. I'm so glad he could make it. He was called away, and we weren't sure if he was going to make it today. And so I was going to have to pretend to be him. I would have to lower my voice. I didn't think I'd fool you, but yes, indeed. Here is David Vorpagel. He's our chairman.
Thank you. Well, that's right. I'm the chairman of the FRAC committee. And that organization started in 2019, and we have 6 members that live here at the Haven residence, and then also the landscape chairman, who also is a resident of the Haven, and then we have 5 of the staff people that are also part of that committee. And we have to meet at least 4 times a year, but we, during the last couple of years, because of the first project we have, we've met pretty much every month. And our mission, of course, is the same as the Lutheran Havens. We are here to provide a quality, Christ-centered place and haven for the care of older adults, and I think most of us qualify for that. So that's why we're here. Now, what do we do, and particularly in reference to that, is we assist the foundation in raising funds that the good Lord has already provided somehow, someplace, but we need to discover where they're at, and then we try to fulfill the trustees' strategic plan to create things for our residents that they need, and also sometimes the things that they desire. We started, of course, with this little project of the Aquatic Center in 2019, and we were able to finish the campaign in 2022. And now you see we've got a hole in the ground over there, and we've got concrete going, and that little hole holds water, but they're not quite finished with it yet. So hopefully we'll be in a position where we can use that starting sometime in March, and we're quite excited about that, and I'm glad to hear we're going to have an aquatic instructor, and things are going to go well in that department as well. During the course of 2023, we wound up primarily emphasizing the benevolence fund, and so we did have a corn feast that last year, and we did raise a little over $17,000 for the benevolence fund, which is utilized here throughout the course of the year, and will be always in the future as well. In 2024, we do have some plans for a couple different activities. Lori already mentioned a couple of those having to do with the corn feast again, and also the Christmas in July. And there are other projects that I'm sure we will begin to develop a little more as to meeting future needs for the Haven in the future. We appreciate everybody's support, their prayers in particular, and Mary Ann is a real hard-working lady, and she keeps us all on our toes. So she wants to know what's happening next, and so we'll try to keep you informed. Thank you. Who's next here? I didn't have a chance to, there we go. Julie, I left you a message. I came back.
I'll get it. Okay, hello. I'm from the Be Well Clinic. Oh, somebody did that for me. Okay, just wanted to kind of review what we do. We have specialized physician services that's including cardiology, podiatry, dermatology, pacemaker, and hearing. We do laboratory and diagnostic services if you have a physician order. So what we'll do is if you give us that physician order, we'll order it through our mobile lab, and they will come to your home. And that includes radiology too. So if there's some x-rays that need to be done, we can, as long as we have the order, we can do that in your home. We provide first aid. We provide escort services to medical appointments. We also offer companion and caregiver services, as well as pharmacy services. Looking forward to 2024, we will be having a health and wellness fair. We are going to have a wound clinic in our exam rooms. We will also have an ear care clinic, and that's going to be something kind of brand new and kind of taking off this year because we're finding out that a lot of residents need some ear care. We will have expansion of the clinic for more lobby space and a third exam room because we pretty much outgrew that when we moved in. We also will coordinate with Vince for a fitness nutrition smoothie station when we get that all set up. And if you want the chocolate chips, just see me. I will make sure you get those, okay? Some presentations this year will be nutrition, cardiology, dermatology, pharmacy, wound, and diabetes. I just wanted to let you know for those that have signed up with Westminster Pharmacy Services, they are now on the website. So you can refill your prescriptions, transfer a prescription if you want to start using our services. And you can also pay your bill now through there. So it's real easy to do. And pretty much when you transfer a prescription or you need to call us to get your prescription, we usually get it that day. Okay. Another thing that's really neat is that they have a new mobile app. So you can put reminders to yourself that you need to take your medication. You can order through there or ask any questions. You can even pay your bill. If you want to have that mobile app, you put your phone number where that arrow is, where it says text me the free app, and it'll connect you right into that mobile or right into Westminster Services. So it will be all set up for you. Okay? Okay. And Alex. I will just leave it up.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hello. Thank you very much for allowing us this venue to formally reintroduce our services to you. So again, I'm Alex. I'm the director of your outpatient therapy clinic, right? So from what's described over here, as you are well aware, we do offer skilled services of physical therapy and occupational therapy. And we also offer ancillary services. That would be the therapy screen, assistive devices, and casual consultation. So if you would allow me, I'd like to touch base a little bit on the ancillary services before I go into the skilled services. So going into this, I'd like to say that therapy screens are usually triggered by an event that happens to you or somebody who is sort of aware of what happens or is concerned about you. So basically what it is that we'd like to say that If there is an issue, we would come in, we'll talk to you. It's just a casual conversation. We talk to you and see what we can do to offer services if you would need that. The next one would be assist devices. If you have any problems with your walkers, you need some measurements done in your cane, you need the battery replaced in your scooter, come over to us and we'll help you out with that. You need to borrow a 3-in-1 commode, bed rail, stuff like that, come and see us, we'll help you out. Now going to the third one, casual consultation. Let me just change the screen here. So with the casual consultation, I'd like to first and foremost, I don't want to read for what's on the screen, but I want to emphasize that term collaborative relationship, right? This is something that's very important for us because your voice is one of the most important part of the conversation. So we would like to hear what you want to say in order for us to be able to help you out accordingly. So going into the casual consultation, this is something that is very informal. The difference between this and therapy screen is that with therapy screen, we come out to your home, we see what we can do to help you out. With casual consultation, you come to us. Right? So you have a question, you saw something on an infomercial, a friend or a relative told you that this helps them or that helped them, and you want to investigate whether that will help you out, come over and see us, and we'll see what we can do for you. All right, so going into our bread and butter, the physical therapy and occupational therapy services. So I'd like to be able to introduce the whole team to you, if that will be all right. But before I do that, I do want to touch on to something regarding the Medicare insurances. We are a Medicare certified provider, and we do accept all Medicare Advantage plans. That is not HMO though. That's the only thing. That's the only shortcoming that we have presently. We would want to say that we would do most of the insurance work for you, pre-authorization. In that way, what we want to focus on is we want you to focus on your getting better and getting stronger. That's basically what it is. Because for us, we would like to underscore this other phrase that your recovery comes first, everything else is second. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the team, and they'll talk to you more about the services that we offer. All right, so come on over. And here we go.
For those who don't know me yet, my name is Gomer. I'm fairly new here. I started working here at the Haven back in last week of April 2023. And before that, I was working at a different facility. I won't mention the name, but it was on the news. It got flooded by the last hurricane. That's what moved me here. I'm fairly new in Florida. This is my 4th year, turning 5. I moved here probably like June of 2019. Prior to that, I was in West Virginia by the border of Ohio, near the really near the border of Ohio. My family migrated back in 2016, so it's just our 7th, turning 8th year this year in the U.S.
Thank you, Gomer. Hello, I'm Tammy. Tammy Piombino. I'm a physical therapist assistant here at Lutheran Haven. I've been working here since 2014, so I'm coming up on my 10. And I love it here. I absolutely love it. So something that we started offering also is pelvic floor therapy. Hi, everybody. So if you're experiencing episodes of like bowel and bladder incontinence, if when you're laughing or you're sneezing or you're coughing, or you have experienced those things with movements while performing activity, it could be a sign of pelvic floor dysfunction. So some of the ways that we can help with that is coming into therapy, and we can do a individual assessment to focus on those areas. Sometimes it can show and present as lower back pain. We also have modalities like ultrasound, electrical stimulation. We have moist top packs and manual techniques to help with that as well. And then if you have poor trunk and pelvic stability, there's definitely ways that we can help with that as well. So I hope to see you guys do good, and stop by our therapy clinic if you need to see us. Our phone number is 407-706-1010. 1270. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5. And again, that phone number is 407-706-1270. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Irene Garces. So I'm a newbie. I just started working here 3 months ago. I passed my probation, so I'm good. So I've been a physical therapist assistant since 2017. I'm a mother of 2. I'm old. I have 23 and 17-year-old kids. So anything that you need, we can help you. If you're in pain, you need strength, improve your balance. So just stop by the gym and call us. We can help you as much as you need, and then we can improve your quality of life, and of course, to minimize risk of fall. So we're here. This is Elaine.
I'll stand here. I didn't know there was a TV there, a camera watching. I'm Elaine. I think I've met about half of you the other day at the fitness class. I'm also pretty new here. I started in August, thanks to Gomer. Gomer got me the job. In case occupational therapy is foreign to you, it's not to help you find a job or an occupation. It's more focusing on your daily activities, whatever that may be. That could be sports, that could be shopping, but most importantly, your ADLs, which are activities of daily living, such as bathing, dressing, cooking, cleaning, feeding. I've helped someone drive a golf cart. I've helped someone feed themselves. I helped someone play pool, all kinds of wonderful things. So I can't wait to meet you guys one at a time.
Hello. Well, I think everybody knows my name, but some of us new. I'm Mary Ludispo, and I work in Kuwait for 17 years, so this is my 4th year now here in Lutheran Haven. I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm working. My boss. I have 2 bosses, Pastor Elliot and Sir Alex. So I'm just blessed to be working with the rehab and the outpatient therapy and in the spiritual. So you can see me every day, mostly every day. So I am the rehab tech for 2 years now. And I think that's it. I'm so cold. I'm gonna pass.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'll make mine relatively quick. Here's our projects updates. ALF renovation. Finally got through county with permitting for the fire sprinkler in the dining space. Was a pleasant surprise, albeit it was a surprise because we had a coordinating meeting last week with the contractors to go over what was going on and why it was taking so long. And the subcontractor for the sprinkler system says, well, I don't know why you're asking all these questions. I've already pulled the permit and been working for 2 weeks. Thanks for telling us. So, but that's good because it now means we're ahead of the schedule from the delay that was put into place. They also have to put in a 2-hour fire protection drywall up in that interstitial space. I was just told this morning they got the permit on that, and they're already working on that as well. So with that being said, if all goes well and they can wrap this up in the next couple of weeks, we can go early February finally for a CO. That'll wrap up phase 1. Once we get the CO in hand, then we can finalize our application for the bed releases, for the additional bed requests that we're asking for. So say your prayers. So that's a little bit about that. Secondly, Aquatic Center, David Vorpegel mentioned the big hole out in the field out here. You've seen that going on. They poured the gunite. We've got the permit for the cabana and the bathhouse. So they've already been laying the foundation and digging the footers for that. They're out there working on the plumbing right now. We had to disconnect the sewer line this morning for 2 hours so that they can reroute the sewers in order to the sewer line that comes into this building in order for them to run their lines for the pool equipment. So now that that's been done, they'll be working on that these next couple of weeks. And I'm told, where's my lady who likes to call me out for dates in here? I don't see Julia. Well, so I said it this way. Tentatively, the contractor is saying March 15th, 2024 for completion of the pool. All right. Notice I said tentatively. I'm not throwing hard dates out there, but that's what the contractor told me. Okay. So you know, if you grew up north, you know that the pool always opened, Memorial Day and then closed on Labor Day. Well, hopefully we'll have a running shop before Memorial Day and keep it open year round. So that's good news. And TECO is supposed to be out here, what's today, the 16th, tomorrow, the 17th, to begin their work for starting to lay the gas lines. So we'll see. And what I mean their work is that they've got to come off the front of the campus, off of Aloma, and then down this direction towards the back of the fellowship hall with it. So that's good news. And then lastly, our mailbox structures. Pyramids, whatever you want to call them, monoliths, I don't know. So we finally cleared the postmaster last week, which is just about as difficult as dealing with the county. And because they have to come out and look, and they have to make sure that the addresses line up for wherever they want it. So we were able to get some mailboxes moved around for some of our vertically challenged who had to reach up really high on the old mailbox structure so that they can be down a little bit lower and whatnot. Basically, with that being said, I was just in contact with the contractor today. The contractor is asking if maybe by the end of next week, the beginning of the following week, that we can tear down the old structures and beginning using the new structures. Okay? And that's necessary because we have to tear those old ones down in order to make the sidewalk connections and put the parking spots in. So the county at least had some reasoning there and letting us use those. So there's been one thing I'll address real quick on the mailbox structures. Last thing, people have been asking, well, what's going on with the farm boxes? You're getting new types of farm boxes. So those old black mailboxes are out there are not going in the new structure. We're going to more of a cubicle type of thing, kind of like an airport locker system that you see, that they will be arranged in there at height appropriate and whatnot. You won't have a key to it, but you'll have your names on it when it's all said and done. And but temporarily, probably what we'll do is we'll take the old ones and we'll just set them to the side on its own little kind of like sawhorse structure for the time being until we're able to get those implemented into the new structure. So good news, after 5 years and multiple conversations, probably I think I'm on my third resident executive council president now going on these mailboxes. So yeah, it looks like we're finally making some headway and getting towards the end of it. All right, that's all I got on the projects updates. With that being said, we'll call forth our illustrious leaders, Michael Ray and Jerry Griffin. Don't fight over it. All right, well, given that you have no slides, I'll just leave the clicker there and okay, you can have the microphone.
Okay, wow. Thank you guys for coming out. I think Raleigh gave me plenty of time because I only need like 45 minutes to go through the stuff that I have got to go through, but I'll move pretty fast. Today we got several things. First off, I just want to say how excited I am to be here, how excited I am to hear all the stuff that's going on the campus. And for our folks who are presenting today, I love working with you guys, and I love working with you residents. So thank you for that. And I'm going to touch on a couple quick things in response to what was going on. First was Alex used the phrase that what they do and the most important thing is your voice. And I want to reemphasize that for us. As we do our aging in place and we develop programs and we make changes, we try our best to listen to you guys because that's who we're here to serve. We're here to serve the Lord, but we're here to serve you by serving the Lord, or serve you by serving the Lord, or however you're supposed to say that. Maybe a pastor can correct me on that. But the second thing is a couple things for Vince. just a reminder that chocolate is good. Chocolate is good. So, I'm not sure, boy, chocolate is good. The next thing was Raleigh wanted me to pass on that he has a recommendation for a Scotch smoothie at your smoothie bar. He says that really helps him relax and after a hard workout. So, and then Alex and the therapy team wanted to suggest rugby and tackle football for the sports leagues. So just a little feedback that we're getting for that. So on a little bit more serious note, I'm going to start out with, we're moving into the second year of our 5-year plan and our switch to kind of an aging in place philosophy. And I'm excited about what I've been hearing. I'm excited about what I've been seeing. And I just wanted to share a few things about the direction that we're heading. One of the tangible outcomes now, you heard for a long time, we were just talking about it. It was kind of this thing that was floating, what is aging in place and what does it look like? And we really couldn't give you a great answer. But now I think you can kind of see some tangible things of it. You can see with the renovations coming and some of the changes at the assisted living building with spiritual care now moving, they're going to be moving over there. They're going to be more accessible, have better space. We've got new therapy space for our therapy program, so that's happening. We've got the aquatic center. We've got tons of new programs and things that are going on. So those are more tangible items that you see. You can see some other things, the increase in the utilization of our health concierge and our therapy programs. And to give you an idea, our health concierge program has seen and helped over 30% of our resident population, of our resident population. Our therapy program has helped serve over 35% of our, and this is of our independent living population. So I think we're headed down the right path. I think that's evidence that things are working. And while our progress may not be as robust or happening at the pace that we want it to happen, I think when you look around, it's pretty evident by the collective wellness and well-being of our campus and what you see. From those wellness aspects, somebody told me once about investing that they used to go around and look at parking lots. And the parking lots that were full, that's who they invested their money in. And the parking lots that were empty, they didn't. Well, if you go around and look at our campus now, come to our exercise class, it's full. Come to our resident events. What did Lori say earlier? We're out of space, or we use our sign. More of you are out and about. We've got more opportunities for you to be out and about. Our staff is coming up with all these creative things for you guys to be out and about. Our health services, our concierge and our therapy group are providing services that help you get healthier and more mobile so you can get out and about. So it's kind of like this nice circle, but it's still all about you and the choices that you make and letting us know when we're not doing something right. And as counterintuitive as it might be, it's good to hear when we're not doing it right, because then we can do something about it, or at least try and do something about it. So we do appreciate that. And we know that we have more work to do. But I'm just excited about where we've come, how far we've come this past year, and I'm even more excited about where we're headed this coming year with all these things now starting to come to fruition with the completion. And some of this excitement is not just contained within the walls of Lutheran Haven. It's gone outside into the greater Oviedo community. We have the Rotary Club now, the Oviedo Rotary Club has their weekly breakfast here. Because of your warmth and your welcoming of them into our community and the great work that our staff has done to welcome them into the community. They want to do more and more here. They want to help us more, and they've been supporting us for a long time through different things around the holiday seasons, but they want to do even more. When you look at our flea markets every year, the attendance is starting to go up. So we're getting back out into the community, and the excitement and things that are going on are starting to break through the walls of the Haven. In addition to that, as another way of progress, I want to thank Michael and his team. They just completed the audit a month or so ago. It's about the fastest it's ever been done. It was a very, very clean audit. And for you residents, this green book, the green book, is in the library at the landings. This has all of our audited financial statements in it. So we try and be very transparent with what we're doing. And so Michael, well, obviously it's not there now, but it will be there. Michael stole it from there to update it for 2023. And but I wanted to share a couple things with you, because when we look at all the wellness aspects of our community, you can see those. You attend events, you participate in things. You don't always see the operational things. So this year, from last year to this year, we had some pretty good improvements in our operations. Our income, our loss from operations, I guess is probably the way to say it, we had 27% less of a loss. I don't know if I say that 15 times as fast as you can. Our operating loss was 70% less than what it was last year. Our net income, we call it change in net assets in the not-for-profit world, but the equivalent would be net income, and I said income. Last year, in 2022, we had a $4.1 million loss for net income. This year, we had $138,000 income. So that's a good change. That income, and when you talk about that, it's a lot of accounting junk in there that's not really, it's kind of, I don't know. Now that I'm not the CFO anymore, it's kind of meaningless, some of it. But what really happens is you look at cash. How did things go on the cash side? Because that's what basically pays the bill. So our cash provided by operations, so the cash from operations, was up over 300% from where we were last year. Our overall cash position, we still used more cash than we took in. So I don't want anybody to think that just because we had this wonderful $4 million income that we've got $4 million in cash. No, we don't. We net spent $630,000 was our net change in cash for the year. But that's a 70% improvement over the prior year. The prior year, we used $2.1 million of cash, which means we invaded our reserves by $2.1 million. So we reduced that by 70% this year. So all those things added to the well-being. I just want you to, A, I want to be transparent with you, let you know where we're at, and B, also share with you how happy I am that we're moving in the right direction. As we get our new assisted living online, we get our new digs for our therapy folks, we anticipate that that's going to be better. I don't know if we'll achieve those same percentages, but we're still going to be moving in the right direction. That doesn't happen without you guys. It does not happen without you guys. We can stand here and say, oh, we did this and we did. It all comes back to you. So thank you for helping us achieve those things. As we move on forward, we continue to look at programs and services, and we look at how those programs and services align with our mission and ministry, and how those programs and services look from being good stewards of our resources that we have. So as part of that process, we looked at some things this year, and we're going to be making some changes to one of our programs. We're going to be transitioning our home health care services. We're going to be moving away from Medicare skilled home health care and focusing more on private duty home health care. And there's a number of reasons we can go in and maybe private conversations or at another time, because I know I'm already over. But that doesn't mean that Medicare skilled home care services aren't going to be provided and be available here on campus. And that brings me to my next thing is I'm really excited to let you know that we have entered into a preferred provider relationship with Towers Home Health Care. Towers Home Health Care is part of the Orlando Lutheran Towers. It's another Lutheran community in downtown Orlando. They've been in business for many years. They are much larger than we were. They have more resources than we do. And when we look at the resources that we have and how we can get the most out of those resources, we have resources. We could continue to do Medicare home care, but we can do a lot more by not doing that and focusing on the private duty and more companion care. We see a greater demand for that for our residents. Our board feels that we can have be more impactful to our residents by focusing on that and letting someone else do the Medicare skilled pieces of that. So in saying that, I want to take this opportunity. You might see some new faces in the back, so I want to take this opportunity for Eric, if you want to come up and introduce your team from Towers Home Healthcare. I'll let them introduce it, and then I'll come back and we'll wrap things up. So you don't have to talk real fast, but.
Time is running out, sorry. Good afternoon. So my name is Eric Mabagu. I am the administrator for Towers Home Care. I brought in with me two of my teams from our office. I have Camela Calabi, she's the director of nursing, and I have Tara Lofgren, which you will be seeing her more than Camela and I. We are basically just in the office, but Tara will be around meeting with some of you guys or meeting with some of the support staff with regards to coming on board as a home health provider. Like Jerry said, we have been a home health provider since 1997. We have provided home health services in Orange County, Seminole County, and Osceola County. And home health services, that entails nursing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and also social services. We're planning to do an event to kind of introduce more. I know you guys have been here for a long time, so we don't want to take more time, but I want to thank Jerry and Michael for the partnership that we have with regards to coming on board and supporting the different services that you guys have, and we're coming in to kind of provide the home health services side. Okay? We'll be around for a short while if you guys need to ask us any questions or anything. And I think Tara brought some goodies, which she will be passing around to you guys as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. So again, first I want to clarify. So we're not outpatient. Alex's program's still here. Nothing's changing with that program. It'll still be here. This is just for the skilled home care services. And like I said, we're really excited. We've worked with Orlando Lutheran Towers on some other projects. Obviously, we have a shared faith, and so we are excited about the prospect of working with them and welcoming them with our campus. So the concierge team will have all the contacts and all that kind of good stuff. So in closing, again, I just want to tell you how much I look forward to this next coming year. We've got some new services. We've got new experiences to go through together, good and bad, right? So some of them will be pretty good, some of them not so much. But whatever it is, we'll get through them together and with God's blessing. So again, thank you guys so much. I'm so blessed to be here, to be able to work with you guys and share fellowship with you. I think now we can open it up we have about 10 seconds for questions. No. So we'll open it up for questions. What you got? Any questions? Are the bathrooms open? Yes, bathrooms are open. Any, Lori, did you have any? Nope. Okay. All right. Well, guess what? Oh, well, question. Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am.
Or
Okay, so Westminster Pharmacy is who they get the medication through. So I believe you'd have to really check with Westminster Pharmacy, but they pretty much take all Medicare Part D plans, and so it's going to be pretty much like any of the other pharmacies. I don't know, Julie, have you run into any situations where folks didn't have coverage through Westminster when they wanted? Yeah, they're pretty. They have they're pretty good size, so they have a pretty good spectrum of providers that they do the insurance with. The other questions? Bueller? Nope. Okay. Everybody have a great afternoon, and thank you so much for sticking with us for 7 extra minutes.